Okay. Yeah, Neil. Boys and Girls Club of the Virgin Islands. You got it.
Thanks for having me in here today this morning and just to talk to everybody out there, let them know what's happening with the Boys and Girls Clubs. This weekend, every September we celebrate the National Day for Kids, and it's one of the weekends in September, and we're doing ours in this coming weekend, and it's being sponsored by Rotary West, which are another champion of the Boys and Girls Clubs. They have been there from before my time, you know, making sure that the kids, especially in the Frederickson area, have the resources that they need. And also by Community Restore. We met Community Restore about 2 months ago when they contacted us to make a donation of school supplies, backpacks, and some supplies for the children of both for our clubs on both islands, St. Croix and St. Thomas. And they brought down about 200 bags. So we were supposed to have this event during the last storm, so we had to postpone it. So unfortunately the ladies won't be here with us this Saturday, but we do have the school supplies, so we will be giving those out at the fun day, which is scheduled for this Saturday from 11 o'clock to 3 o'clock at the Frederickson Club, and that's down just west of the Hannah's Rest Corner by the Animation Bus Company. And we're inviting the public to come out. We're inviting the parents to come out and spend some meaningful time with your children. And that's one of the other things. We're here to advocate for the kids and make sure that the kids have the necessary resources for them to succeed in life. And the most important of those resources are parents or caring adults. You know, so we hope that the parents would also be there to help celebrate with the children. We have fun. We're going to be doing a little bit of literacy also. Which one of the things that Rotary West also was working on is, you know, having a literacy day. We wanted them to get out and be active, but we still want them to remain educated. And every time we could get a little chance to stick some education in between there, that's exactly what we do. So that will be again this Saturday, that's September 26th, and we'll be at the Frederickson Club. We'll have music, some bouncies for the kids, free food, and free school supplies. Okay, so again, this is being sponsored by Rotary West and the Community Restore. Community Restore is actually based out of Georgia. 2 young ladies, it's probably about 4 young individuals from the Virgin Islands that live in Georgia and wanted to start to do something to give back to the community. And so they contacted us and tried to find out what some of our needs were. And when we spoke to them, it you know, and became a great success. They came down here, and although the storm was in passing, they still came down, and we were able to get the supplies in and pack the bags and everything else. So they were just waiting for this for today. And then, as you know, we also have a club in St. Thomas, and that club is located at the Oswald Harris Court in St. Thomas. And their next couple of activities, they're going to be spending their day for kids a little differently, because they're also very heavily involved in the national night out against crime. And so this weekend on Friday, they have the the night out against crime gospel concert at the Emancipation Gardens. That's Friday, September 25th from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. And then the night out against crime youth march rally will be on Saturday from let's see, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. They start from the Emil Griffith Park and they end up at the Emancipation Gardens, and that's on Saturday from 5 to 7.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. You know, it's positive things going on in this community, and Boys and Girls Club of the Virgin Islands are leading the way.
Yes.
All right.
One of the next things that the Boys and Girls Club did nationally is we're trying to find a way out to really reach out to the alumni of the Boys and Girls Clubs nationally, and for us, we're really concerned about the ones in the Virgin Islands. And every now and then we bump into somebody that says, hey, I used to be at the Boys and Girls Club, and we really encourage them to come back, you know, and be a part of the Boys and Girls Club. And they're actually having an alumni and friends association, so to speak, and we're even if you're not an alumni, we still want to encourage you to come in and be a part of the members' lives. You know, it's a lot of different things that we could do. They need a lot of different volunteers and mentors. If you are good at computers or photography, you know, those are the things that we need people to help come into and talk to the kids about that. Programming, I met an individual that he couldn't find a programmer on St. Croix. You know, I said, good, you need to come to the kids and, you know, just start talking about careers and what, you know, what career paths they should be looking at, that they could afford to stay in St. Croix. That's what they want to do and work, or even those careers that are paying now in nationally, that these are the fields that you want to be looking into, because a lot of them are going to college with no clue. They just want to go to college, which is good, and some of them, I always advocate for UVIR, so it's good to go away and everything else, but if you don't have all the resources, I think UVI shouldn't be an alternative, it should be a choice, so definitely count that in, and there's a lot of people that you realizing that it is the most economical HBCU, probably university, so people are coming from the States here, why are all of us trying to get away, and only to come back because they couldn't afford where they went, if they got the books, they probably couldn't get room and board, they probably couldn't feed themselves, so I know it's very hard, so these are the things that we need to start talking to our kids about, before that time, and from the time they get into 9th grade. I mean, that's you should at least start from then if you didn't start from before, so that they can be prepared, so that by the time they get into the senior year, they have all the ducks in order. So one of the things that we're going to be doing also this year, as part of our goals and objectives as a 21st Century Community Learning Center, to not only serve the members but also their families. So many of our programs, some of our programs will be family oriented, so when we do workshops such as college fairs of some sort, it will be for the family, because it's not going to be so good for John to come and Sue to come and the parents aren't involved, because you have to have the parent involvement, especially with the cost of tuition now, so they can know what path they're going to, and give them that extra encouragement.
All right. Well, one of the things that I'll say, you always see Denzel Washington's face when you talk about Boys and Girls Club, and we have our own Denzel Washington, Denzelito Washingtons out there. That if we can start getting some pictures, maybe do a little slideshow or whatever, and figure out a way that we can incorporate these things through a channel 2 and a channel.
Yes, we definitely need to do that. We have the PSAs, and we have to get our PSAs out there. Our new spokesperson for this year is Shaquille O'Neal, actually. So he also grew up in the Boys and Girls Club, and he's the face behind the Alumni and Friends Association. So you'll probably be seeing a lot more of him also. Okay. But that's definitely it. We need to really get more PSAs out there, and
share and what you have, share them with us, especially to the extent that we can also personalize them to the Virgin Islands in particular. Exactly. Share them with us so that we can build it into our community-minded station way of promoting our local organizations that are supporting our community. WSTX is a community-minded station, and I say that not because I'm here behind the mic. I say that because I believe it, I see it, and I live it. I know on this show for certain. All right, and I know others who are part of the WSTX family that live it also in that regard. So definitely anything that you can feed to us, we're going to help in that regard. Okay, yeah. And
speaking about support and community, we're still doing our annual campaign. It's still going on. We kicked it off with a readathon right here at WSTX. Thanks to you guys again. It went great. But we're still following up on pledges, and we're still have that ask going out there. So if you're anytime at all interested in giving to the Boys and Girls Club, you could go to our website, which is www.boysandgirlsclubvi.com. Okay. And there's a donate button right there.
And if somebody just is in the area and they want to write a check, they make it out to
BGCVI, Boys and Girls Clubs.
BGCVI.
Right, and they could always drop it off. I've had that happen. People just come off. A lady came by. She said, I've been promising to come by and make a donation, and I was in the area, and I grabbed my checkbook, and she walked in the steps, and inside anybody here, and sure enough, I was there, and she just explained to me what she was doing, and she left a check. All right. So and as we find, there's a lot of people that want to give, but just anything, every dollar counts, and that's what is important. And
we use every angle to get the word out, because I'm going to tell you, I've been checking out Facebook since I have gotten involved in Facebook through this station, and Facebook is full of circles, and some of those circles overlap, and some of them don't. So sometimes it's really critical. Every other angle, whether it's WSTX as a community-minded station, or the other community activities that you're involved in, that we get the word out from every angle. Because sometimes you catch some folks one way, but those you miss, you catch them another way. Yeah. Okay.
I also want to mention some of our capital improvement projects that we're working on right now. And one of the biggest one I'm trying to get finished is the one in Frederickstead. Frederickstead has an annex building that needs some work. We need to have an electrician in there to check out some of the electrical work. Rotary West again have been helping us with that in taking care of the kitchen with new appliances, putting in new windows. We'd like to say thanks again. But the building, we need windows. We need to finish the floor. We got 2 new bathrooms. And because it's a very nice place, it will once it's done, it gives us additional space to house more kids, to host more kids in our programs. Because right now, most of us are in the newer, smaller building, so we need that extra space. It's something that we can probably use as a community center in the area also. Like I said, it has a kitchen, bathroom facilities, space in the back for a private area, and then a general open area. Not to mention probably a good, I think it's a half-acre lot, I believe it is, but it's just a little smaller, of yard space. So we definitely wanted. So I'm going to be out there this Saturday from 10 o'clock, and if anybody wants to walk through and see the building that I'm talking about, they feel free to come by and we get them a walk through and just show them some of the things that are on our wish list. And my biggest wish is that we could have that building finished by December 31st of this year, because it's not a lot of work to do. The outside is beautifully painted. We had some volunteers that came in here, a church group that came in and said, hey, we could paint the building for you. And the volunteers apparently were professional painters, and the place looks so nice, so we just want to continue to receive what people are willing to offer and try and get that building fixed up.
All right. Well, I'm going to try and come and get my tour on Saturday. So that way I'll be all the way down to Frederickstead, and then later on that afternoon make it back up to the St. Croix Motorsports Complex for the drag racing, finishing up from last Saturday. And so that it was something, Neil. I was there, and I say this in the context of maybe a field trip sometime and talk with those folks for the motorsports, but the kids were up there at the side of the fence and them cars room, and they said, what? And they do the burnout. You hear those kids, the exclamations and the way their eyes open up and everything else. We got a caller here. Caller, you on the air?
Hello.
Yes, good day.
I'm on the air?
Yes, you don't want to be on the air?
This is Radio 1?
No. That's not Radio 1. It's Reflections on WSTX.
I try and get a number for the radio station.
This is WSTX 970 AM. Okay, hold on. Let me get my engineer to take care of you. Hold on. Okay, if you could call Fonzie, let him check this call for me. Okay.
Speaking of those cars, the last 2 years, the VW Club of St. Croix were supporters of the Boys and Girls Club. They helped out with Christmas gifts for the Toys for Tots and the Holiday Hope, hosted by the Chamber of Commerce and the Hotel and Tourism Association. And they actually came out at the party that evening with their doom buggies and everything else. And then they also came to our Christmas parties with their doom buggies and stuff with gifts and everything else.
All right. I'm glad to hear about that connection.
Yeah, thank them again. There's a lot of people that said that they're willing to help. We just have to let them know that we're out there and and the things that we need.
All right.
And you name it, we could use it.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you for coming in and talking about all these things. I want you to keep in mind that whether it's every couple of months, every 3 months, or whatever, feel free to come back. Definitely, and give us an update and in terms of where things are, especially with that building. We want to keep it on people's minds, because I don't know if you had a chance to see it in when you were growing up, but I remember those times when a house got built because people got together and somebody cooked and people got together and it got done.
Right.
And we need to invoke those spirits and bring it back.
Yeah, that's how the OWS operate too, because a couple of times we had cleanups and they came down there and the guys came and they were helping us to wake up all the leaves and clean the buildings and everything else, and next thing you know the ladies showed up with pots of food. I mean, like fungi and fish and seasoned rice and thing, big time food.
This is how we do it, okay? Yeah, so we got to invoke those spirits and bring it back, because we don't want you to be struggling in terms of that building. We want that building available and working, all right? So we're gonna be following that most definitely, but you could plan to see me on Saturday so I can get my tour of the building so I can more accurately talk about what the needs are, and definitely get some pictures and so forth and so on and incorporate it into what we do here also, okay? Exactly. Well, I see that we're here at the top of the hour, Neil, so I gotta get out gracefully before Robert Moorhead kicked me out.
Well, thanks again. Thank you for having us, and we're glad to be here, and look forward to the next time we sit down and chat again.
All right, it's been a pleasure, and I look forward to it.
Thank you.
Okay, you have a great, fantastic, outstanding, just plain excellent day. And to my audience out there, thank you for being here. Another fantastic Thursday on Reflections. Okay, see you next Thursday.